Since January just ended, let's rank all the movies that I watched. Number 48, House of Wax. This movie was not my cup of tea. And personally, I feel visiting an actual House of Wax would have been more interesting for me. Number 47, Lift. I'll have to say this. On the positives, it has Vincent D'Onofrio and also Jean Reno, one of my favorite actors. Other than that, it was on the boring side for me. Number 46, Desert Blue. It's from the director of American Psycho 2. Well, at least it's better than American Psycho 2. Number 45, Jesse Stone, Death in Paradise. The positive side, it has Tom Selleck and Viola Davis. That pretty much sums up the positive. Number 44, Saltburn. This just wasn't for me. I'll probably rewatch it. Maybe it was the mood. Number 43, After the Sunset. This has a great cast. Pierce Brosnan, Selma Hayek, Woody Harrelson, Don Cheadle. I find it kind of boring. Number 42, The Legend of Tarzan. Another example, it has a great cast, but it just fell flat with me. Number 41, House of Fears. I found the beginning to be very underwhelming, but once in the House of Fears, things do pick up a little bit, and the ending, it just ends. Number 40, No Minor Vices. I didn't love it, I didn't hate it. It was a decent watch. Number 39, Yakuza Princess. The action is cool, and the Yakuza Princess kicks so much butt, but story wise, I find it kind of dull. Number 38, Changing Times. It was okay. Mostly watch it for Catherine Deneuve. Number 37, Jaguar. Another case of I find it just okay. Once again, it has one of my favorite actors, Jean Reno. Number 36, The Retaliators. I was like, is that freaking Tommy Lee from Motley Crue as a strip club DJ? Other than that, it was alright. Number 35, The Trial. It's pretty much a generic trial mystery movie. Not terrible, but just feels bland. I'm giving this higher because it was great seeing Matthew Modine, Bob Gutton, and the legendary Robert Forster. Other than that, it was okay. Number 34, A Reflection of Fear. This was pretty much an interesting watch. Sandra Locke and Robert Shaw were freaking amazing in this. Number 33, The Enforcer. While not being the best in the franchise, it's still a dope movie. Number 32, Destroy All Neighbors. I like the concept, but it lacks something, I don't know what, but it was definitely a fun movie. Number 31, The Mummy. Is it as fun as the 90s movies? Hell no. I had some fun, especially in the first act. It definitely gets a little bit dull halfway through the movie. Number 30, Conga TNT. Don't trust the poster on this. It's basically a very low budget movie. The monster is basically a hand puppet that turns into a guy in a suit. But just for that, it's hilarious. Number 29, Kill the Irishman. While having influences from Scorsese's crime movies, never reaches that level of excellence. It's still a fun watch. It has a great cast. It has Ray Stevenson, rest in peace, Vincent D'Onofrio, Val Kilmer, Christopher Walken. Number 28, Fletch. It's Chevy Chase in his prime. While not being my favorite of his movies, I had some fun with it. It was fun watching Chevy Chase doing his thing. Number 27, Good Burger. It wasn't bad. I had some fun with it. But Kel Mitchell is really the highlight of this movie. Definitely watch him for him. He's hilarious in this. Number 26, The Hitcher. While not being the best thing ever, Sean Bean is excellent. Sophia Bush is excellent as a final girl. Badass. What an ending. Number 25, POW, The Escape. It's basically a mission and action ripoff from the same canon company. It was a fun watch. Number 24, Deliverance. It was really a great watch. Nice thriller. Number 23, The Brain. This is my kind of a 80s horror movie. I love that decade in horror. I just love the special effects. While not reaching the greatness of the thing, I just love that era of horror. There's something special. Number 22, Shopping. So this is basically the first movie of the director of the original Mortal Kombat live action movie and also the Resident Evil movies. I liked it. I had fun. It was really a fun watch. Number 21, Mind Over Murder. I liked it a lot. The pacing is kind of slow. Special effects is kind of trippy, and I love that. And I love that from this era. I definitely had fun with this movie. Number 20, Star Trek The Motion Picture. I really like this era of science fiction movies. They're a little bit slow paced, but it makes me think a lot. But I feel like the end plot twist carries a movie. Number 19, Catch Me If You Can. Very fun movie. I like it a lot. Leonardo DiCaprio is great in this. However, it's not my favorite Spielberg movie. Number 18, District 9. The last time I saw this movie was in theaters. I loved it back then. Kind of grew out of it, but still a great movie. Number 17, Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. It repeats the same jokes as the original, but the new jokes are completely hilarious. And just for the rhino giving birth scene, that movie is amazing. Number 16, Magnum Force. Another sequel from the Dirty Harry franchise. I like this one. It's a great follow up to the classic movie, Dirty Harry. And I like the twist that it's the rogue police officers that are the villains. And it makes me think what's the difference between what is Dirty Harry doing and the actual villains? Number 15, Sudden Impact. Another great Dirty Harry movie. I like this one as well because it's the first time that Dirty Harry goes out of San Francisco and tries to do something else. Number 14, Cobra. Sylvester Stallone is a badass in this. Great one liners. While not being the best of Stallone's movies, it's still a great watch. Number 13, The Outlaws. I had fun with this. I would like to be Pierce Brosnan's son in law, even if he's a bank robber. Number 12, Julie and Julia. This movie was fantastic. The characters are charming. Amy Adams, probably one of my favorite roles of hers. And it has food. Number 11, The Deadpool. This is my favorite of the Dirty Harry sequels. It is amazing. It has Jim Carrey, Liam Neeson, and one awesome car chase with Clint Eastwood that is being chased by a toy car. It may sound silly. It is silly. And maybe that's why I like it so much. Number 10, Fletch Lives. I prefer this movie to the original and even the Confess Fletch that just released. And also, R. Lee Ermey is in this. His talent is so underrated. He's brilliant in the role of the preacher. Number 9, Dirty Harry. I love this movie. This is one of my favorites of Clint Eastwood's. Number 8, Dumb Money. I freaking love this movie. Number 7, Starship Troopers. I love this movie. I'm a huge fan of Paul Verhoeven. Still holds up today. Number 6, The Beekeeper. I feel this movie is really like a great tribute of the 90s. The build up for the character of the beekeeper is not as great as John Wick. I still had great fun. It was fun seeing Jason Statham kicking ass. Number 5, The Prince of Egypt. This is my first time watching it, and I love it. Number 4, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. I love this movie. Personally, in my opinion, it's Jim Carrey's best role and best movie. Number 3, Frailty. This movie is amazing. Great movie directed by Bill Paxton. Number 2, Unforgiven. Awesome Western. And my number 1 movie is Star Trek The Wrath of Khan. Probably the best Star Trek movie ever made. So I want to know what you watched last month. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe.